Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called See You Again by Carrie Underwood. And it starts with a really, really cool intro label, and we'll talk about where we're going to move this for key in a moment because we'll end up capoing on first fret. But you can play open G twice, and then third fret on the B string, and then G string twice, and then third fret on the B string, and then open G one time, and then third fret on the B string. So that might be kind of a cool way to intro the tune. It's just that 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 3, 0, 3. But that link's kind of around a G major chord. And the way you play G major, first finger is going to go to the A string on the second fret, second finger is going to go to the low E on the third fret, and third finger is going to go to the high E on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And we kind of start out with 4 of those G majors while that intro lick is happening. And then we go into what becomes kind of our chorus tag later on, where we go to C major. And the way you play C major, first finger is going to go to the B string on the first fret, second finger is going to go to the D on the second fret, and third finger is going to go to the A string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the C major, we're going to be going to an E minor chord. And when you play E minor, first finger is going to go to the A string on the second fret, and second finger is going to go to the D string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like E minor chord. It sounds really, really sad. And then from the E minor, we're going to be going to a G major chord. And then from the G major, we're going to be going to a D major chord. And the way you play D major, first finger is going to go to the G string on the second fret, second finger is going to go to the high E on the second fret, and the third finger is going to go to the B string on the third fret. And if you strum just the D, G, B, and E, that'll get you a clear sound with that. That's called D major. And then we kind of start that over again. So we got C major, E minor, G major, D major. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the G and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we try that through that whole intro part. We have G down, up, down, up, G down, up, down, up, G down, up, down, up, G down, up, down, C down, down, up, down, E minor down, down, up, down, G down, down, up, down, D down, down, up, down, C down, down, up, down, E minor down, down, up, down, G down, down, up, down, D down, down, up, down, up. And then when we get to our verse, we're basically mixing up a lot of those things until the very, very end. And at the very end of our verse, we kind of go from a C major change. And if you're playing this live, you could completely ignore this change. But to kind of match the recording, Carrie goes from a C major chord to a C minor chord. And C minor sounds really, really sad. And one way to kind of play C minor is to take the first finger and do a bar on the third fret. Second finger is going to go to the B string on the fourth fret, third finger on the D on the fifth, and the pinky on the G string on the fifth. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a C minor chord. It sounds very, 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 very sad. Now another way you can kind of work a C minor chord though is to take the top part of the bar chord and just kind of make a smaller chord shape out of it. So we tried it that way. We can take first finger and go high E on the third, second finger on the B on the fourth fret, and third finger on the G string on the fifth fret. And if you strum just the G, B, and E, that's another way to play C minor. And if you're a little bit more adventurous, you can take the third finger and go to the D string on the fifth fret, pinky on the G string on the fifth fret. So now I got first on the high E third, second finger on the B string fourth, third finger on the D string fifth, pinky on the G string fifth. And you can kind of strum the top 4 strings, and that's another way to play C minor. So you may want to kind of gravitate towards those if you're just trying to avoid the bar chords. But then if we try to verse with our strum pattern, we'd have G with down, down, up, down, up, G down, down, up, down, E minor down, down, up, down, E minor down, down, up, down, C down, down, up, down, C down, down, up, down, G down, 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 G down, 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 E minor down, 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 E minor down, 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 C down, 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 C down, 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 C minor down, down, down. So on the last C minor, it almost feels like you do kind of a down, down, up, down, and you kind of kill the strings with the right hand. So you got down, down, up, down, C minor down, down, up, down, kill it. To kind of lead into our chorus part. And in our chorus, we're kind of mixing up a lot of those things we just talked about. So in the chorus, we got G down, up, down, G down, down, up, down, E minor down, down, up, down, E minor down, down, up, down, And then we'd be going back to our intro, back to our verse, and back through our chorus until we get to our bridge part. And our bridge part almost sounds like you just do downs on all the chords. So you have kind of E minor with a down, D with a down, C with a down. And then there's this really cool change where you could kind of do G and then a D major. Or if you wanted to, on the D major change there, it really sounds like it would be a D slash F sharp. And what that means is you'd be playing the D major chord, but you'd have an F sharp at the bass. And one way to play that is if you put the first finger on the low E on the second fret, second finger on the G string on the second fret, third finger on the high E on the second fret, and the pinky on the B string on the third fret, and kind of strum all the strings with that. That's called D slash F sharp. Now, another way you could kind of play that chord is you could just do the D major that we were doing before, and take your thumb and kind of go over the low E string on the second fret to kind of get that chord too. So that would be another voicing. Or you could just play the D major and not worry about the D slash F sharp. So you could go G, D major, or G, D slash F sharp. So we try that through the whole bridge that way. We got E minor, D major, C major, G major, D slash F sharp, E minor, D major, C major, C major. Now if you wanted to kind of strum through that though, the weird part is the G and the D slash F sharp we kind of half. So you could do just a down, down up on those two chords. So we tried our bridge with the strumming instead of the down. So we'd have E minor down, down, up, down, D down, up, down, C down, up, down, G down, D slash F sharp down, E minor down, up, down, D down, up, down, C down, up, down, C down, up, down. So those are all kind of the parts of our song. The weird part is instead of starting on a G major chord, Carrie Underwood's actually starting on an A flat major chord. So what you want to do to play along with the recording is take a capo, and if you put it on first fret, then now your G major is really an A flat major, your C major is really a D flat major, your E minor is really an F minor, and your D major is really an E flat major. And then when we get to it, the C minor is really a D flat minor. But just to take it from the very beginning that way, you have your intro lit with that 003, 003, 003, 003, 003, 003. Or you could just strum through the intro right on the G's where you have the G down, up, down, G down, up, down, G down, up, down, G down, up, down, C down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, G down, up, down, D down, up, down, C down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, G down, up, down, D down, up, down, and then we'd be on our verse. So then we got our G down, down, G down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, C down, up, down, C down, up, down, G down, up, down, G down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, C down, up, down, C down, up, down, C minor down, up, down, C minor down, up, down, kill it. And then we'd be going into our chorus part. So we got our G down, up, down, G down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, C down, up, down, D down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, kill it. And then we kind of go into kind of a part of our intro where we got the C down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, G down, up, down, D down, up, down, C down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, G down, up, down, D down, up, down, and then we'd be back to our verse again. So we got our G down, down, G down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, C down, up, down, C down, up, down, G down, up, down, G down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, E minor down, up, down, C down, up, down, C down, up, down, C minor down, up, down, and then second on our bridge part. So you'd have that E minor, D, C, G, D slash F sharp, E minor, D, C, C. Or if you were going to just strum through it, you have E minor, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, D slash F sharp, down, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down. And then we'd be going into our last chorus, so we'd have that G with down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, up. Then we kind of do a D major with that hit we were talking about, where you got down, down, up, down, kill it. And then we almost kind of repeat that. We got a G, down, down, G, down, 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 E minor, down, 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 E minor, down, 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 C, down, 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 D, down, 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 E minor, down, 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 E minor, down, down, kill it. And then we kind of go back to kind of that intro part, or part of our intro for our outro, where we got the C, down, down, E minor, down, 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 G, down, 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 D, down, 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 C, down, 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 E minor, down, 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 G, down, 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 D, down, 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 C, down, 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 E minor, down, 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 G, down, 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 D, down, down, down. And then we kind of do a big down on the G for the outro. And then if you wanted to, you could kind of do a G, and then the D slash F sharp, and then kind of an E minor, kind of at the very, very end for the outro. But that's the basics of how you can strum See You Again by Carrie Underwood. So good luck!